Good morning, class. So, hopefully you tried out this name that circle part. I'm now going to go over it and walk you through how to identify the parts of a circle, because in Unit 4, it is two parts. It's circles and volume. So we're going to focus on circles first. The crucial part before moving forward after this is that we understand the parts of a circle. And as we go on to other lessons, it'll start sticking and you'll start to be able to identify it better. But we got to start somewhere. So, after doing your vocab and looking at the visual examples, now let's look at this picture. Now notice parts of the circle word bank, there's not 20 words. You're going to use them more than once. So, first things first, if you look at 1 through 12, right here, notice the symbols. The symbols are also going to tell me what it narrows it down to. So for example, it says segment LQ. It's not a line, a segment. So if I look for LQ, and actually I backtrack. They should have, this is a segment on their picture, but I changed it. So actually that should be arrows. I will let you all know about that. So LQ, it is a line that touches the circle at exactly one point. A line that touches a circle at exactly one point on the circle is called tangent. It is tangent to circle P because the center is P, so we identify it as center P. All right, so now if I look at number 2, WY, this is a segment now. It's not a line. So if it's not a line, that crosses out secant line, tangent line, point of tangency, because that's with tangent. Okay, so that narrows it down a bit. We're not talking about arcs, because arcs has the rainbow. Secant and tangent will be lines. Radius, chord, diameter is a segment. And then we have our angles. So notice the difference in symbols. Segment will be one of these three, not the center point. Secant and tangent is a line. Point of tangency is talking about a tangent line. Arcs will have, I call it the rainbow or the curve above the letters. And then we have our angles. So if I look at this, WY, it has 2 points on a circle. 2 points on a circle that make a segment. That is called a chord. All right. Number 3, it says angle. Well, angle narrows it down to 2 options, central or inscribed. So angle NQR. So if I look for NQR, NQR. The vertex is on the circle. So notice that this angle is not in the center. It's not in the center, so it's not central, therefore it's inscribed. Number 4 just says X. Well, if I look around, X is a point. And this point, X, is in the center of the circle, so center. Number 5 has the rainbow, the curve. 3 letters means it's either a major arc or a semicircle, because we use 3 letters to show if it's a major or a semicircle. Semicircle meaning halfway around. So RWU, I'm going to follow the pattern they tell me to go. So R, I can't go this way because I have to stop at U. So RW, it's okay if you pass another letter, and then I stop at U. And I see that this arc, or the outside of the circle, it's part of the circumference, is more than 180. It's going around more than halfway. So this is major. Number 6, it does have arrows, line ST. If I look at line ST, it is touching both circles at one point right here. So if it touches the circle at one point, that line is therefore tangent. Number 7, PN, I see it's a segment. So if I look, P to N, the center to any point on the circle, that's a radius. So PM is a radius, PQ is a radius, but with this example, we're looking just at PN, radius. Number 8 is an angle, so it narrows it down to 2 options. So UXY, angle UXY. So this angle is in the center, so therefore central angle. We keep going. Number 9, 2 letters and an arc. Well, MQ, if it's 2 letters, that is minor arc. And the reason I know that is on our vocab, if it is an arc with 2 letters, it is a minor arc. It is less than 180 degrees. So M to Q. Now if they had said MNQ, then we have a major arc. And that's 3 letters. But M to Q is less than 180, so minor. 10, QN. So if I look for QN, QN has 2 endpoints that go straight through the center of the circle. This is called diameter. Diameter is the radius plus another radius. So the radius is double. Diameter is double the radius. So if you were given diameter and they wanted radius, then I would just cut it in half and I'd have the radius length. But to get diameter, I double the radius. All right, 11 is just a point, but don't just assume it's the center. If I look at R, it's not in the center of the circle, but it is the point that this line touches the circle. This point of line ST is the point of tangency. All right, now we have line UY. If I look at line UY, it goes through the circle twice. So think of it as it goes through it twice. That's kind of like second. Goes through the circle at 2 points twice. Sounds like second, which also makes me think of secant. So this is the secant line. Tangent touches a circle at 1 point, but secant goes through the circle at 2 points. Okay, so now let's look at 13 through 20. So now, if I look, this is an arc. It's 3 letters, so it's either a major arc or a semicircle. One of the two. So Q, it wants me to go to R and stop at N. So here's R, and here's N. And if you notice, from Q to N, that's the diameter. Diameter cuts the circle in half. So we just went around the circle 180 degrees. That's half a circle, semicircle. 14 is an angle, so now it's one of these 2 types of angles. Angle MPQ. Let's see, angle MPQ. P is the center of the circle. So therefore it's central angle. 15, we have QR. It is a segment. If I look at it, it's 2 points on the circle, but it's not diameter. It is not secant because that has to be lines. So therefore this is a chord. A chord is not a line, it's a segment, no arrows. 16 is an angle, so we have 2 options. So let's see, Y Oh, goodness gracious, it's morning. UYR. Angle UYR. Notice that the vertex is not the center, it's on the circle. If it was in the center, it's central, but since it's on the circle, it's inscribed. The angle's still in the circle, but we call this inscribed angles. Central is when the angle is in the center, involves the center point. 17, arc WY. It's 2 letters. It's an arc. If it's 2 letters, it is minor, but to show you visually, arc means you go on the outside. Arc is part of the circumference. So this is a minor arc. 18, this should be arrows. 18, line LN. Oh, I should have put arrows here. That should also be a line. So this goes to the circle 2 points. 2 points twice sounds like second, so secant. UX, if I look at UX, it's a segment. And that is the center to any point on the circle. By definition is radius. And the last one, 20. It is arc, R-U-Y, 3 letters. So either major arc or semicircle. So let's go the route they're asking. I'll highlight it. R-U-Y, C-R. Can't go this way because I have to stop at Y, so I go the other way. R-U-Y. That is halfway around the circle because I see the diameter. Diameter makes 2 semicircles. So this is a semicircle. All right, hopefully it went well. Otherwise, I hope explaining it makes more sense. Remember, center is just going to be 1 letter. Radius, chord, diameter is going to be a segment. Secant tangent is a line. Point of tangency is a point involving the line tangent. And then major, minor arc, semicircle, you'll have a rainbow above it. And if you see the symbol angle, it's either central or inscribed.